it was around the mid-90s people started to realise there was a problem with glossy black cockatoos. So they disappeared from mainland South Australia sometime in the 1970s, but everyone thought the Kangaroo Island population was relatively secure. When we had a couple of PhD students back in the 80s and 90s start studying the birds, they realised that the population was probably only 150 individuals. They were mostly confined to the far west of the island. And when they did sort of some population demographics, they realised most of the birds were adults and there was very few young ones in the population. So they realised there was a problem with breeding and recruitment, and that is quite a big issue because with a long-lived bird, like we think glossy black cockatoos can live into their 30s. We've got birds currently in the population that are 25 because that's when the banding program started. But you can have this issue where you keep seeing adult birds for a really long time, but once they get too old to breed and die, then suddenly you get this population crash. So that, it turned out to be that brush-tailed possums were eating the eggs and nestlings of the breeding birds. So as soon as that was realised, this whole program swung into action, protecting as many nest trees as they can. And that's been incredibly successful. Like, it's one of the few conservation success stories in Australia. And that alone, just protecting the nest trees, has led to sort of, I think the nesting success rates used to be about 20% of eggs would actually reach a nestling that was big enough to fledge. Most of the rest were getting predated on by possums. And now our nesting success is between 60 to 70%, which is pretty much as good as you can get for black cockatoos. And that alone has sort of led to the population going from about 150 individuals to about 450 in about 25 years.